Under my umbrella. Ella. Test. You all know that the sun is smaller than the earth and in motion high in sort of a centric circle above the earth. Just by simply looking at the sunbeams, the crepuscular rays that we call them now, it will prove to you east and west are in a circle on a flat, stationary earth. We all see it rise from the east and fall in the west, and this is an optical illusion also, and a good proof about the sun that everybody can try at home. Place your lamp on the table and place your hand at the side of the lamp, and you will see the shadow of your hand on the wall. And if you place your hand over the lamp, you will see the shadow of your hand on the ceiling. And thus, if you place your hand below the lamp, you will see the shadow of your hand on the floor. So the principle applies. If you watch the sunbeams, you will know that the sun is smaller than the earth and always in motion in a circle high above the earth. They say that the sun is bigger than the earth, but you can find out simply by observing the sunbeams that the sun is smaller than the earth. And if the sun was bigger, then the people that live in Asia, the people that live in Europe, the people that live in Africa and in America would all see the sun above their heads at the same time. There would be noontime all over. It would make no difference if the earth were round or rightly flat. We would never see the sun over our heads when the people in other countries had noontime. And it's as simple as this, folks. Suppose there were 10 people under one umbrella, the same size as the one that we use today. Do you suppose they would all see the umbrella over their heads? No, they cannot see it above their heads because the umbrella is far too small to cover them all. But if they had a big umbrella, it would cover all 10 people and they would all see it above their heads. If there was an umbrella as big as a town, it would cover all of the people that live in that town, and all of the people that live in the town would see it over their heads. And it's the same way with the sun. Just watch it. If the sun were bigger than the earth, it would shine on the whole earth, and all the people on the whole earth would see it above their heads at the same time. This is a very good proof from the sunbeams and the umbrella that the earth is flat and stationary. The sun we can compare with the umbrella test. If the umbrella was large enough, it could cover the whole world. Just so the sun, it is not large enough to throw light over the whole world at one time. This is why you know it is local and circulates above you at that perfect time, place and location on the plane for the yearly seasons, the time zones. Anti-crepuscular rays or anti-solar rays are similar to the crepuscular rays but appear opposite to the sun in the sky. So the AC rays are essentially parallel beams of light. The more atmospheric the light has to traverse, the more the shorter wavelengths are filtered out by the dust, leaving only the longer yellow, orange and the red light. The light rays fan out from a central point because the sun is close above and circulates above, rising and falling like the optical illusion. So here are some examples of optical illusions and what you may think but try and think about the sun's path too as it circulates. And here, these aren't spirals, they're all concentric circles. Use your mouse to try and trace one and you'll see they don't spiral in at all, but the Garber patches set up so the brightness are distributed in a broken spiral pattern force your eyes to think that they do. I just love optical illusions. The science behind them is fascinating. The way our eyes see, the way those signals are sent to the brain, and how the brain interprets them. Whether it's the truth or it's the lies, what we see and what we are told are two very different experiences when put into practice in our real reality world. The Enlightenment of the World is a short book by Professor John G. Abizaid, published in 1912, contains proof that the Earth is flat and stationary, while the sun, the moon, the stars are in constant motion. This is the enlightenment of the world, folks. The book also contains letters showing the testimony of Scripture on the subject. Rather than going into so much detail with complex experiments, try the ones we've mentioned with the light, the lamp, and watching the sun above. Professor Abizaid's book takes this down-to-earth, common-sense approach to the subject matter and showing the absurdity of this graven spinning globe model and undeniable logic of the motionless plane model. This fantastic book has 9,876 words, 26 pages in this PDF version. So if you haven't read it, read it and study the material in a lot of detail, because you won't be disappointed by the professor's philosophy and solid proof written over 100 years ago. Thank you, Professor Abizaid, and God bless you. The path of righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day. It's Proverbs 4:18. And thank you for your time, and much love to you. God bless to you all. And may the enlightenment on the world become part of your life.